All right, what's up and what's going on, y'all? This is Al, and in with another one. And in this one, I got a question. Have you ever sat at a poker table and you get players that may sit down and they'll say, I got like an hour, or I don't have long, so I'm going to play for a couple of minutes. I got to get out of here. Got something I got to take care of today. When you hear that, how does that register in your mind? For me, it could be an angle, but at the same time, I've witnessed players that actually mean what they say. And I've seen them make bonehead decisions and calls, right? Because they're pressed for time. Their back's against the wall. And when they get something, they try to flip it, right? A lot of times it doesn't work in their favor. And what happens? They lose their bankroll of whatever they bought in for. And now they're stuck, right? Because, like they said, they do have to leave. Some players are serious. When they say that, they have to leave. So in this segment, I would like to say that, in my opinion, if you are playing poker and you really take it serious, it's not just fun for you. It's like a chess player. It's like a basketball player. It's like a boxer. It's like a football player. It's like somebody who runs track. It's like somebody that goes to work, right? They're putting it all in. They're putting it on the table and they have a serious mindset, right? Poker is a very serious mindset game when you really try to get deep with it and understand it. Some people take it for granted, right? They'll come to the table and they'll just start going all in blind. You ever seen players do that? They go all in blind, right? Love it. Hope they don't hit. I hope I got the right hand to take them out. But you do have these type of players. They do show up. And it's crazy because they drive for miles just to do this. And it's crazy, but that is what they do. So I always say that when you do play, you should always give yourself enough time to actually get the biggest bang for your buck. If it happens in seconds, if it happens in minutes, great. That means you had a real good start, right? That is what you want. But does it really work like that on a regular basis? A lot of times it doesn't, right? You sit down and it could take for hours for you to catch a hand that is serious enough that you can get some money. Because let's face it, when we are playing, that is what we're there for. We're there to win. The money's the reward, right? But how you attack your opponent is what separates you from other poker players. Some poker players, I've seen them go up, and if they don't leave, they wind up giving that money back because their way of playing is going to catch up with them sooner or later, right? But for the most part, a lot of them, hey, if they come up and they know how they did it, if they can understand how it took place and it wasn't on the level where it really was respectable. I had somebody yesterday call somebody with a 5-3. He went all in with pocket aces. It was like $80. It's in a 1-2 game. The dude called him, right? Just to make the call. And he wound up hitting 2 pair. He wound up hitting the second pair on the river, right? The guy busted his aces. And he laughed after it was all said and done. So you know what I mean? These are the players that really have no etiquette. They really don't respect the game. And they do what they do. And the only reason I'm saying that is because this player in particular, he's that type of player. He's that type of player. When he sits down, I love it because me personally, I always beat him, right? Because I make sure that I make the right moves against him because I know he's going to call a lot. What I like to do is let's get him in. And then once he's in there, once that board goes the way it goes, then I just sit on him and I turn him up all the time. But what the other guy did, he went all in with the aces. And usually when that does happen, if somebody sees they don't have anything else to lose and they got a nice stack in front of them, $80 means nothing to them. That 5-3 is playable. I know that. But still, is it the right decision? Hey, depending on who you ask. But that was his decision. He made it. He won. Only thing I didn't like about it, like other players at the table didn't appreciate, was the fact that he laughed like everybody was going to laugh when it was all said and done. When poker players take their game serious, man, they don't see the laughter in what somebody else accomplished. You may have won, but you don't laugh at another player that you did in, right? I mean, if you want to, do what you want to do, but always remember, you never know who you're running up against too. Some players don't take that. This guy in particular is a good guy, and so he just didn't even worry about it. But at the same time, he's the type of dude that he'll come back and he'll get him the next time. He'll probably think about it. He'll realize where he made his mistake, and he'll make sure he targets him, and he'll take care of him and get him on the poker table again. That's how it goes. But you should give yourself enough time to be able to get the best results. Me, myself, where we play at, we can buy in for $300. We can put $100 on our time, right? That gives us 10 hours plus 2 playing time. Does that mean if we're going to use those whole 10 hours? No. But what does it do? There's no rake, right? The only thing I'm paying are my blinds. If nothing happens and I don't get a good hand, the only thing I'm giving up is my blinds every time the button gets around to me, right? And I'm in the blind, the small blind and big blind. That's the only thing I'm losing, right? So I can sit there, be patient, wait until I get the right hand. And when I get it, right, I still got my 3 in front of me, probably down a little bit, depending on how long it takes for me to get a hand. But I'm not down to 50. I'm not down to 25. I'm not down to 75 because I'm making bonehead decisions, because I'm giving myself enough time to be able to get the hands that's going to grant me and get me money, right? Because that is what I'm there for. I'm not there to talk about life and be friends with people at the table, right? Even though we may conversate, but I'm still there to crush you, right? I'm not there to talk about what happened on the football game yesterday. We'll talk about that, but I'm definitely there to play poker. So don't get it twisted. I'm there to crush you, and I give myself enough time. So that is the reason why I say when you do play, you should always value time. Always value time on the poker table, right? And do not play, in my opinion, I'm not playing because it's my lunch break. I'm not playing because I had to take the wife to the doctor, right? And she may be up there for an hour and a half. I'm not doing that. I mean, you have people come in and say some of the craziest things of why they're there and what they're there for, and how long they got to play, right? It puts pressure on you. Now, if you are comfortable enough to say, you know what, I only got this much time to play, and if nothing happens in this much time, then I'm good. I'm going to leave. I'm done. But a lot of times you have players that do try to make something in that time frame, and they'll take chances and try to win and wind up losing because they made a bad decision. It was the wrong time to make that decision. So again, when you are playing, you should give yourself enough time to get those cards that you're looking for, and then try to make the best investment on yourself for a turnover when you make your bets in poker. With that said, I'm out. Like and subscribe. Hope this helps. Give yourself time. This is what this is. Peace.